Alright, so in this video we're checking out the GoldenMate UPS 1000 VA. So this is a lithium iron phosphate based uninterruptible power supply, and this is actually, kind of similar to like their other power station products, but this is now acting as a UPS, so we'll have automatic switchover and basically into backup battery mode. So I'm going to be primarily using this to back up my main PC, because these days in the summer, especially summer coming up, we're getting these rolling blackouts when it gets really hot outside and everyone's running their AC. So I thought this would come in pretty handy for my situation, because last summer I had a lot of rolling blackouts. I'd be in the middle of working on my computer, and of course the power cuts off, and sometimes I would lose some work. So this is going to hopefully prevent that problem. But this is what it came with in the box. So there's the box right there. All you get is the UPS itself, you get the power cord, and you have a small manual. And this is what it looks like. It's a white plastic case. Inside are the lithium iron phosphate cells. It's 230 watt hours total capacity. So it really depends on how much power draw you have. I think my PC draws, with the monitor, I think draws about 150 watts. Roughly, I believe. I know that's the last time I measured. Basically, that's for standby power. So this should be able to power my PC for a pretty long power outage, like 150 watts, 230 watt hours, roughly an hour and a half, give or take, which should be fine, because usually the power outages typically only last a few minutes, and then the power comes back. Of course, sometimes you never know, things could be worse, in which case I may need to get a bigger one of these if I have a longer power outage. But it weighs about 12 pounds. It's 13 inches by like about 9.8 inches by about 4 inches. And here's a look at the front here. You have a little screen. Go ahead and turn it on here. Gonna get some beeps here. Shows you your input and output power, and there's your output voltage. And you also get the battery meter there that shows how much capacity is remaining. And here's a look at the back. You have your 4 plugs. You have a communication port and overload protection button, and this is where you plug in your power cord. And the reason why it is beeping is because it thinks that we're in a power outage situation, because it's not plugged in. Alright, so I went ahead and plugged it into the wall, and now it is charging. And you can see here, input of 16 watts, 116 volts AC from the wall, and then the 4 plugs out are going to output 116 volts output there, so it's pretty close to 120 volts. Should be fine for most of your equipment. Alright, just a little quick demo here. This isn't my main PC. This is like a small low powered mini PC that I was kind of using as a backup. I have it hooked up to this LCD monitor, so pretty low power setup here, and we're only drawing, it looks like about 20 watts from this power station. It's charging still at 38 watts. So obviously at 20 watts of power, very low power draw, 230 watt hours, that's more than 10 hours of power on time. But I just wanted to show you that I can go ahead and I'm going to unplug the cord here in the back, and we'll see that there's not going to be an interruption in the PC. It should just work fine. I think it's like a 20 millisecond switchover, which should be fine for most PCs. You shouldn't see any kind of interruption whatsoever. Alright, let's go ahead and unplug it here, and it should start making some beeps. There we go. And we have a little flashing green light saying that we're in a power outage situation. Interestingly, the power input still shows power going in. It's kind of strange, but you can see we have a power, basically no power on the wall, and still 120 volts output there, and still powering up this little mini PC here at, looks like 17-18 watts now. Alright, so what's going on here is after I plugged in my main computer, I realized that the small amount of power draw there is the inverter. So we want to make sure that if it's not plugged into the wall and nothing is plugged into the UPS, you want to make sure the inverter is turned off, otherwise it will eventually drain the battery. But in terms of functionality, it seems to be functioning as expected. This does come with a 5-year warranty, in case you're wondering, because these lithium iron phosphate cells do have a much longer longevity than your traditional lead acid cells that come in most UPSs. But the lithium iron cells should last 10 years easily. So this is a product that should last a very long time. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Things seem to be working just fine here. I'll put a link down in the description if you guys want to check it out. I believe it's under $200 from Amazon. And there might be a coupon code, etc. to check it out down in the video description. That'll do it for this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.